Do you guys like stories? Well, have I got a story for you. I've been having a battle with an insurance company for the last 4 months, and I want to explain something a bit different to my normal stories about crypto Ponzi schemes. So let me explain. I'm driving to work, minding my own business. I'm dictating a voice message about Stephen McCullough, who wants to sue me for $3.8 million in the New Zealand High Court. And I'm relaying my message onto my phone. And then I come up to a merging lane. I wait at the intersection for the traffic to clear. I go through the merging lane. Halfway through the merging lane, this car zooms up and tries to cut me off. I drove my car a little bit like that. Get out of it. I'm coming through. The guy backed back. I carried on driving. He tooted his horn and he smashed his car into mine. What the heck? What did I do? Well, I kept driving. Then he overtook me, cut me off, all sorts of things like that. Anyway, that's what happened. Because I went like that, at the end of the overtaking bay, the insurance company told me they're not going to cover me because I contributed to the accident. I said, you're kidding me. Would you believe the guy chased me around the streets of Christchurch, where I live, and at the end of it all, leaned out the window and smashed out my back window of my car with a crowbar. And I had pixel in the car and everything. So I thought, this ain't right. So I trotted off, went to my Protecta insurance. I used to be insured with another company, and they turned out to be no good. Because my car was parked on the side of the road, and this guy who was texting drove into my parked car. And it was when I was going to Bangladesh and China and India, and I was getting my shots. And I just got my shots, and they said, sit down here for 10 minutes while we make sure you don't faint because you've just got needles in your arms. And then I hear this big smash outside the doctor's surgery, and I look out the window, and literally as I looked out the window, there's this car going down the road on 2 wheels with his airbags gone off. And I thought, ooh, something bad's happened. I better go out and see if I can help. Went out there, and the guy had been texting on his phone. Well, so he said, and he had hit my brand new car. It was 11 months old off the showroom floor. So anyway, that was one thing. So then I had such a problem trying to get insurance on that car. When I got my new car from the same dealership, they said to me, look, why don't you use Protecta insurance, because they provide a premium service. And if you got your car smashed like that again, you wouldn't have the battles you had last time. So I did. But what a battle I had. Now, I'm not going to tell you the outcome of this, but I am going to tell you it was a good outcome. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to narrate over my own video. And this is the disclaimer, just in case the New Zealand insurance company think that I'm not allowed to talk about my own experience. So if you want to read that, you read it, you pause the video and do what you like. But I'm going to start and make sure that we can get something good. Now, I am Danny the Heck, a.k.a. the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I love it when people subscribe to my YouTube channel. 26% of the people that watch my lives are not subscribed. I found that out. So please do that. And also, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know I love coffees. And I do this for your entertainment. It's early now. It's only about 10:30 in the evening on Monday night. And it is the 23rd of October. I had a 3-hour session on doing lives this afternoon actually, on a new Ponzi scheme. It was really, really cool. So make sure you watch my stuff. Also, you can find out more about me on my website. If you've got any information about anything like Ponzi schemes or scams, or you've been ripped off by anyone, please do submit it anonymously on my website. I love it when you do it. And you can go to the Contact Us page on my website and submit information. And the other one, if you haven't been following my YouTube channel, I've done over 500 videos naming and shaming anyone that's running a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Well, that's the introductions done. Let's get into the video. I'm going to do a discussion over my own video. So here we go. Let's read that and see what happens. I'll explain what happened, and I'll explain the outcome at the end of it all. Ooh. Hello, I'm Danny the Heck, a.k.a. the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger.
I just said all that.
Today I'm doing something a little bit different. You know I'm here to bust anyone promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam.
Yeah, I just told them that, Danny.
About a month ago, I had an accident in my car.
2 months ago now.
Well, I didn't have an accident, and I must say my car's not fixed yet, except the back window, because that was glass. And they said that there's no disputing broken windows. There's no excess. This is all about a $500 excess. and I'll tell you how much money has been spent to date. And I have won the case, but I'll tell you more about it in a minute. I actually had someone run their car into the back of mine in a merging lane. And now I'm finding myself in a battle with an insurance company. And what I'm going to do with this video is actually ring up the chief guy who's in charge of my case. So I've been corresponding with one guy, and now I've been asked to put him through to the manager. Even though the police said it was inconclusive who actually theoretically caused the accident. I'll just wait here, I've heard this before. They said the insurance company have actually deemed that they believe it's my fault and I failed to merge. So what I've done, I've got the video here, and I've been minding my own business on the way to work. And if you look at the video here, you can actually see that there's quite a big gap on the car on the left, and then I'm actually waiting to merge with a car that you can just barely see on the right. So let's carry on for a little bit. So you can see, anyone in their right mind can see that I am planning to get to the end of the... And just for the record, I could have actually zoomed up and got right in behind the blue car if I wanted to, but I didn't, because that's not what I do. I merge like a zip, merging lane, and merge with the guy that I'm about to tuck in behind. There's no vehicle there. We're about 3 white spaces. And now I'm coming along here and I'm about to merge. This is the end of the merging lane, and that person, oh no, there's one more white dot. So I've moved over because I have the right of way to merge. And then what you won't hear is after 2 seconds after that happened, he decided to drive his car into mine and then get out of the car, open my car door, and try to cause me a whole lot of harm. I drove off and we had a chase around the streets of Christchurch for 10 minutes, and then he must have leaned out the window of his car with some sort of crowbar and smashed out my back window. So, see my poor little wee car? Yep, the good wee car is the Suzuki Swift Sport. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to telephone the insurance company because we've prepared a PDF. Actually, so the reason I'm doing this video, I just want to show you what extent I had to go to get them to waive the $500 excess for when you have an accident. We've prepared a PDF of every stage of the accident, which you can't see, which you should be able to see there now. And we've gone through everything, and I'm going to ask the guy to go through this with me and see why they won't pay my excess of $500. So let's have a ring and see if I can call them in the background while we're waiting to get our phone call returned. I want you to have a look at this mission statement here. We're just going to get it read to us.
Our purpose is to provide all the customers.
So in there you can basically see, basically they had mission, vision and values, and if you listen to them, they're absolutely crap because they don't stand for anything. But the reason I did that is to sort of lay a bit of a, a foundation for the video. So I'm not going to let you watch it again. You can watch the video. It's in my playlist. But here's my old car that got crashed. Have a look at this. And I hear this big smash. I see this Santa Fe Elite going down the road literally on 2 wheels. And all the airbags had gone off. And I thought, I better go out and see what's happening because that was one hell of a bang. Wonder what he hit. And it just so happened to be, that's why you don't text and drive, kids, in my car. At the time, I was insured with state insurance. And they said to me that how old was the car? And I said 11 months old. And they said they were going to pay out $23,000 for this car. Now, I'd paid, I think it was $32,000, maybe $34,000 for that car 9 months earlier. So it was a big knock. And I said, well, if you can replace my car for $23,000, one that's got 20,000 Ks on the clock, please give me the vehicle and just bring it to me. I'd like one the same colour, please. The car they were comparing mine to was an imported car from Japan. So it wasn't like for like. Anyway, yeah, so basically I did finish up getting paid, but not hardly anything. And then we got to here. And what am I
There is no evidence Danny has moved into the other lane prior to the end of the lanes.
Right.
B, there is no evidence, if Danny had done so, that this made an accident inevitable.
Inedible. I can't even say it now. But, did me moving into... Let's get the good stuff. So what basically happened... So I'm not going to make you watch all this. I just wanted to do a summary on this because the outcome was good. But what you do, if you have a dispute with the insurance company in New Zealand, you can go to the ombudsman. The ombudsman costs the insurance company $1,800. So the insurance company could have just paid my $500 because we're splitting hairs whose fault it was. Did I contribute to the accident? Yes, I did, because I was driving the car. You know, where do you draw the line? And I had my insurance with this company for 3 years. And it cost me $120 a month. So what have we got? 3,600 is it? Oh, it's more than that. It's about $4,000 I've paid in insurance over the last 3 years, and they want to piss off a customer and make him pay a $500 excess when the guy that chased me around the streets of Christchurch for 10 minutes smashed out my window with a crowbar. Couldn't believe it. Anyway, so I'm just so what we did is we went through every clause and we used reasoning, and we sent this off to them. You know, like, all the things I didn't do. I didn't speed up. The guy had great visibility. He could see what my intentions were. He tooted and then he drove his car into mine. You know, I provided the video that you see in the car. It was just, you know, case after case. And then the other driver had let Danny move ahead of him. So Danny had no reason to believe that he was, because he did. He let me go. Well, he was never ever ahead of me. That was disputed because it couldn't quite see it, even though it was my video evidence. And then once he backed back, I just thought the guy was, you know, and he also drove into the back of me. So you can imagine all that. So when the insurance guy rings up, I want to see if it's now, you know, the part where
Listen
the
to
guy
this.
merges. So we should get it about here. You listen to the crash. So there he is. So I'm in front of the guy. Then move over, I'm going here. I'm out of the passing lane. Smash. Hit my car. He tooted and then hit my car. Right, so that's all cool. So you got the idea there. And now we should be a no-name friend called Rob.
Jay, the incident as a whole.
Okay, so Rob wrote me out the reply, which is really cool. And here we are on Protecta's website. I'm doing this video because I don't want anyone to... I also read a lot of other reviews about this company, and they're not good. So is he you guys from Holland Suzuki here in Christchurch. I've bought 3 cars from them. They know me well. Oh, here we go. Let's see. We must have rung them now. From Protecta Insurance. Here we go. Right. Thanks for giving us a call.
Okay.
Listen to this. Yeah, so I've just, before we got started, I was actually just been reading through your website, and I'm reading your mission, your vision, our values, loyalty, integrity, quality, and reliability. And I'm just sort of wondering where and why I'm not getting, you know, like I'm a loyal customer of yours.
Yeah.
And I think I've paid $120 a month for over 3 years now to insure my car. I were insured with State. My car got written off. And then I had such a run around with them. I just managed to get enough money to get a new car together. And then I got recommended you guys from Holland Suzuki here in Christchurch. I've bought 3 cars from them. They know me well. And they said that you guys offer a premium service and obviously peace of mind. So I didn't do any due diligence with you guys other than, you know, taking them on face value. And then when I've had this accident, I've provided the evidence of the video myself, which I didn't really have to do. And also I've had the police tell me that they couldn't deem who was at fault technically. And then you guys have come along and said that you have deemed me at fault and are requesting that I pay my $500 excess. Just to give you an update, the guy that actually did run into me, it took them 3 weeks before they got him. Then they locked him up for a week once they did get him in jail. And then he got to be in court. He got out on bail, pleaded not guilty, and then got asked to go back 2 months later. This is what's dragged the whole process out. And then he pleaded not guilty again. And then he decided in the afternoon of that not guilty plea to plead guilty. So now I just need to go back to the insurance company. They never chased me up. I've had to chase them up. And then the ombudsman rang me last Friday, I think it was, and told me that I'd gone in my favour. And they said, and they still haven't mentioned whether the young guy, what's happened with the young guy, but he's now pleaded guilty. So it wasn't my fault. All this here, this is what you drag your customers through. It's just ridiculous. But there's also two parts of the accident, if you want to call it, where the guy must have hung out his car window and smashed out my back window screen as he was chasing me around the streets of Christchurch. That is not my fault that he did that. So then I've given you a PDF and I've gone through A, B, C, D, E, F, G and all that right through. And I still can't understand why you guys would treat a customer who's been loyal to you guys as per your website and now squabble over $500 when in your own email where they accuse me of not merging like a zip, you said, Thomas's words were that I was nearly, he was nearly in front of me and I should have merged like a zipper when 20 seconds before this guy raced up to try to take my position and not merge like a zipper. You guys have deemed that I were the aggressor and deemed that it is my mistake. And I'm just wondering, is this part of your own terms and conditions where you talk about your loyalty? I'll just read it to you.
We must recognise the special relationship that has been built up over time with each customer by treating each person in a courteous and helpful manner.
Is this helpful? And what about your customer integrity thing?
We must negotiate in all matters of business fairly and above all with honest intent.
So is this honest intent? And is this fairly by judging that someone who has given you the video, explain what's happened, been 100% truthful, and then some guy which the police actually have, they're going to put an APP out for his arrest. They've got other things that they've had numerous complaints about his driving. And now you're saying that I am the one that caused the accident and I should pay the excess for, so where do you want to go with this?
Okay, so you're not happy that the excess is applying.
So I'm obviously trying to use reasoning with the insurance company and I don't know what his role is actually. I think he's either an assessor or the claims officer maybe.
Okay.
Is this your honest
right?
intent part? Is this?
Okay.
Are you being honest?
Are
you honestly saying that to me? Before we get started,
So what
before we
I'm
get
just trying to
started,
do
mate.
at the moment, Danny, is just clarify that it is the excess that is causing your concern.
What else would it be?
I'm just clarifying with you that is it. I'm just checking that there's nothing else.
What else would it be other than me having to pay the $500
Okay,
excess?
so I take from that it is the excess.
That is correct.
Okay, great. Okay. So I've had a look at the video and that you kindly provided. Brilliant. That is very useful.
For you, not me.
So
Don't ever provide a video to your insurance company. Let them do their own investigation.
Policy contract, Danny.
No, I don't think you need to be honest. You can say that.
Okay, so
no, but what I'm saying, mate.
Everything I've got to say.
Pardon?
I take it you're not interested in what I've got to say about that.
Well,
I would like to go over that with you if you would be so kind as to.
We've already had 3 or 4 stern letters back and forth saying they're not going to cover me because I contributed to the accident. And the guy was either on crack or whatever he was on crack. No one would chase anyone around the streets at 100 k's an hour in the street. So it's just ridiculous. So I'm really pissed off at this stage because this is actually the end of my tether. This is me trying to be as calm as the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger can be. But these guys weren't having a bar of it. It was just shocking.
Let me do so. Yes, there are promises on our website, but there can be reasons why that has been applied, the excess. And I'd like to go over that with you.
All right. If you want to continue giving your honest intent and showing your integrity and your loyalty to your customers and the special relationship you have built up over time with me, and tell me why you're not paying my $500 excess, go for it.
Okay, brilliant. Now I'm just going to bring up the video as well, Danny. So are you all right for time?
Yes, mate. I've got all day.
This may take us. Great. Awesome. Okay.
Because I've got the video in front of me as well.
The first part is the policy contract. Okay? And there's two parts to waiving the excess. One, that we have the other party's details and confirm their details. Because this is about establishing our legal right of recovery. The second part to waiving the excess is that we are satisfied that you have not caused or contributed to the accident.
Excellent.
Okay? Now, when I look at the video, and I'm just going to bring that up.
You sound terrible, by the way. Are you on a headset or something, or is it possible to get a clearer sounding you?
I am on a headset.
Is it Bluetooth?
I'll just adjust my microphone. Yeah, I'll just adjust my microphone. Is that better?
A little bit, yep. Thank you.
And I do have a stinking cold, I'm sorry. So that could be part of it as well.
So this happened on the 17th of May.
How long ago was that?
I mean, don't you use some sort of loyalty? I mean, do you not care that I've been loyal with you guys for 3 years?
It does mean a lot to us.
I mean, I feel like you're splitting hairs by even doing this video with me.
Okay. Well, if you don't want to discuss it, we'll end the conversation now. But I would like to discuss and explain where we're coming from, Danny.
All right, we'll carry on.
Okay. So I'm just bringing up the video. Just bear with me.
God, this tour is painful. Maybe we need to speed it up a bit.
Now, the video is great. It helps us. And at the start of the video, you can see 2 lanes.
At the start of the video, you can see me driving to work, minding my own business, unaggressively, with a guy who zooms up in a BMW and decides to push in and doesn't know how to merge like a zipper.
And eventually, those lanes go into a merge. I'm just bringing up...
Your headphone's terrible, just saying, but anyway, all right, I can hear it.
Okay. I'll adjust my microphone and headset again. Is that any better? I'm just trying to skip the ad. No, it's not working.
Hurry up, mate, come on. This must be boring for everyone. I've got no one in the waiting room. In the waiting room, in the live chat.
Sorry, Daddy. It's just a little bit slow.
So do you take into consideration where he collided with my car?
Yes, we do.
And did you read,
Okay.
can you answer whether you actually read the PDF file that I gave you guys?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So, right. Let's pause it there. Okay. So, in the video, at 1 minute 22,
Yeah,
I can
I'm right
see
there now.
The other car. Sorry?
I'm looking at the same video at the same timing, yes.
Great. So I've just paused it at 1:22, and it appears. Now, bear in mind, I can't identify the vehicle specifically, but I can see there's obviously he's pushing to try and get in front of you and not merge like a zip.
He had quite a lot of. Now, just to cut you off there,
He's obviously one of these aggressive drivers that can't bear being one car space behind.
no, but he's been watching me for at least 30 seconds, waiting to merge with the lane. Is that right? So he's been watching me on the left-hand side for at least 30 seconds.
I presume so, because I can't see him watching you. All I can see is all I can comment on is what I can actually see in the video. Okay?
Well, you can
Now,
see
he may
me.
have-
No,
there
hold on a
may
minute.
have-
This isn't fair. You can see for about a minute that I'm a passive person driving to work in the morning, and I'm not. I even
Agreed.
stopped at the traffic lights to make sure I didn't get stuck in a red light in the middle of the intersection. And he was on my right because there's nowhere else for him other to be. So he could see that my intentions were always to merge like a zip.
Yep, and I can see that. And at one
It just shows you insurance companies just will try to get out of anything if they can. This is disgusting. And they don't have anything about customer loyalty or anything. It's like a scam.
22, his front left appears
See, there he is there. He's not in front of me, though.
just below your central binnacle.
Yes, I'm looking at
of
exactly the same
rear vision
point.
mirror.
All right. And he's not in
Brilliant.
front of me there,
Okay,
is he?
So I can see him.
He's
I
not
can
in front
see
of me,
he's
though.
obviously one of... at that point, I would say he's adjacent.
I disagree.
It's not accurate enough to say
No.
whether he's in front or not.
He's-
but I
he's-
can see up until that point, you are trying to merge behind the white car like a zip.
Yep, but he is not in front of me, so he has failed to merge.
Okay, great. And so if we roll it on,
Yep.
okay, and I'll stop at 124.
And you
He
were talking
starts to-
you were talking split seconds here that this guy's zoomed up.
Okay, hang on.
Yep.
Okay, because one of the things I have to... Okay, let's just roll through it, okay?
Now, while you're doing this,
124.
I did not go over the white line.
Okay, okay, bear with me. All right, I'm rolling
And don't
through.
forget,
Again.
your customer
Oh, Brady,
was the driver,
please,
mate.
Can I...
Your customer was the person
Can I-
behind the wheel. Your customer, not the guy in the BMW.
Okay, just bear with me, okay, Danny?
Far out. Hurry up, mate.
All right? Okay, I've paused it at 126.
This is my video.
Okay?
I
You
gave the
can
insurance
just
company.
see him. He's obviously been gunning forward, dropping back, gunning forward. He's one of these poor drivers
Oh, my
that
God.
doesn't understand merge like a zip.
Over to you,
If
mate.
I'm being
The
polite.
guy that
if
you
I'm
were
being-
giving the favour to, you're talking about. So just right here, the guy's actually backed right off and theoretically, this is in my brain, because this is happening, we're doing only 4 miles an hour, which is about 8 Ks. Well, 7 Ks if you want to be exact. And he's backed right off, you see. Oh, he's disappeared. He's out of my, because he's not in my side mirror. He's backed right off. And then he's going to go back and behind. So I thought, and it looked like he was. But listen to what happens. Yep, all right.
Now, hang on. I'm trying to explain this, Danny, and you keep interrupting and try and push, but just bear with me, okay? All right?
If he says being with me one more time.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I've paused it again at 127. Just prior to 127, you could just see the front of his vehicle.
You notice that that's the end of the merging lane. The merging lane is about 50 metres long, and at the very end of the merging lane, we should all be merged. And he's now going to say I'm over that line. And I'll tell you what, I reckon the camera's not quite right. I probably am, because I'm merged at the end of the merging lane. If I waited until past that line to merge, then the merging lane didn't serve its purpose. But he was saying that I crossed the line at the very end of the merging lane, and I shouldn't have crossed that line.
To your right.
At 127?
At 127, you can still see the last lane marker.
Yes.
Okay? The central dotted line.
So at the end of the
At
merging lane? Yep.
Yep. At 127,
g'day.
that shows you.
I've got a comment. Somebody's in my chat room. I've only got 4 people. Not the most exciting topic tonight. But P Music, how you doing? Insurance companies' aim is not to pay out instead of aiming to pay out. Instead of aiming, what does it say? Insurance companies' aim is not to pay out instead of aiming to pay out. Yes. If they aim to help us in the claim process, they would get many more customers at the end of the day. And they would. I mean, I literally thought I was with a good insurance company. And the one, when I had the crash before, was just as bad. I just don't like insurance companies. But I thought this guy would use some sort of logic for $500. But anyway, we had to get the ombudsman involved, and that cost them $1,800 to do so. And then it was in my favour.
Going to the right.
And I still haven't got my car fixed. And this was back in May, the 17th of May. I don't even know the months of the year, so I presume that's 4 or 5 months ago. As you would at the end of a merging lane.
Okay. You can actually see that if you run that through.
I don't even know
that's...
that's...
Come back here.
Yep. So where is he?
You actually, Danny, veer right.
I did.
And you go across the...
Because I'm a red-blooded male.
Hey, now...
No, I don't. Because that
Danny,
driver excuse me, the driver that you cannot see has fallen back and gone to merge behind me and hasn't hit me on the side of the vehicle. He's fallen back. That driver had time to toot his horn and then collide with me after the merging lane, because the collision happened after the merging lane, not in the merging lane, regardless of where I were. That's a very good point, because the guy drove into the back of me. I'm past the merging lane now, so we should all be merged. And then the guy's decided to toot his horn, and then you'll hear in a second, he drives into the back of me, outside of the merging lane. And he's claiming that I didn't merge and I contributed to the accident because I went to go into the lane. And notice where the double yellow lines are, way over to the other side. I'm well to the left. There's a lot of room for the guy. You can see what happens in a few seconds anyway.
Okay. When I referred to back to that the requirement to, I refer you back to what I said earlier. We have to be sure.
This guy's a weasel I was talking to. I just pushed him to the edge. I know I interview people quite a lot, and I do want, I don't never let the truth get in the way of a good story. So obviously I'm recording the guy. I've got the video. He doesn't know he's been recorded on whatever it's doing. And, but this is the extent I had to go to after writing 3 or 4 letters back and forth. And this is where we got to. I said, I dispute what you said. I'll get the guy to ring up and patronise you and explain it all to you again. And I just couldn't believe it. And even what happened to me was a real ordeal. Now, here I am thinking that the guy that's suing me for $3.8 million in the New Zealand High Court has hired a hitman, because he did a video about how I went over to America and got a baseball bat and smashed in his mother's front door of his house. This is what this guy who was trying to sue me in the New Zealand High Court alleged I did. And then what else did he do? I forgot. He said he made a whole lot of claims. So here I am. This was happening at the same time. It was amazing.
That to try and to establish our legal right of recovery, okay? And be sure that you didn't contribute to the accident.
I contributed to the accident because I got in the car and drove to work, and I was the one driving the vehicle. That's the only way I contributed to this accident. I did not contribute to the accident. The police said it's inconclusive. I have not been charged for anything by the police for my actions.
Okay. What I see when I roll that through,
are you a policeman?
Very last moment.
Are you a policeman? I cracked myself up.
Danny, I've been doing this for many, many years.
I'm sure you have. And I've had a few car accidents, and the insurance company always doesn't look after the... I know. I condemn myself in the foot. Somebody said but P Music said that literally because I gave them this evidence, I condemn myself. So don't give them the footage next time unless you need to prove it in court. Customers, even though your terms and conditions say that your loyalty to your customers is your foremost thing.
And our contract does provide...
How did I contribute to the accident? How did I contribute to the accident after the merging lane? I'm pushing the guy's buttons. Because the accident happened after the merging lane. We're not going to get anywhere
like this.
Well, I'm not
you won't allow me to speak.
I'm not going to let you speak because you're not agreeing with me. And you're just saying the same thing over and over again.
You just keep interrupting me. I would like to try and resolve this amicably.
Okay. Well, in that case, prove it. Pay your $500, and now you have to pay. $1,800 towards the ombudsman, don't you? Who resolves these issues? That's the part I liked about it.
But if you just keep interrupting me, we will get nowhere.
Okay. I'll be quiet now. Maybe not. We'll talk.
I have heard what you said, and I
But you didn't listen to what I said. I'm a loyal customer. You should have said, hey, Mr. DeHeck, I know you're a YouTuber and we don't want a video like this on the internet.
I am not convinced by your argument.
Okay.
Because what I see when I roll that YouTube video through, at the very, very end of the dotted lines, you veer right. You don't stay left. You don't hold your line. Now, if I put this in front of a disputes tribunal referee, I believe that they will say you contributed to the accident.
Now, there you go. There was a classy statement. So if he goes to the tribunal, whatever thingy, they reckon that he said they will agree with us. Well, that didn't happen, did it, mate? The ombudsman said that you guys have to pay me. And that's the, haven't received the okay to get my car fixed yet. But the ombudsman rang up after doing this for 3 months and told me that it went in my favour. And now he's basically ordering the insurance company to pay. So that just shows you that statement he just made was a load of shit. Excuse my French.
Because the rule of the road is if you are going to change lanes and effectively by veering to the right,
there's no lane, mate.
Changing lanes.
It's at the end of the
You veer right.
I don't. It's at the end of the merging lane. There's no lines there.
Of the merging lane. I can see it clear as a bell, Danny, from the YouTube you have provided.
Shouldn't have done that, eh? Now, where the collision happened.
I'm happy.
Jeremy, where the conclusion happened, he could have avoided the accident. It was after the white line he collided with me. You cannot deny that.
Okay.
You can't.
What I can't see is what's happening behind you.
Right.
What I can see,
he can.
This is the point. This is the point. If I go to a disputes tribunal...
We will go to dispute tribunal if we can't organise this on this phone call, mate. And at 1:28, you need to watch the video. In all fairness to me, because you're not watching the same video, at 1:28, you need to see that when he collides with me, he tooted first. I was already out of the merging lane, and then he collided. By the time he collided with me, he would have been outside that merging lane. You cannot deny that.
I can't see what's happening behind you.
But
bear that in mind. Okay?
You can, though.
But I can only go on at this point.
Mate, look.
I don't have a rear vision camera.
You don't need one because you can see the speed of the vehicle. You can see that I'm out. You can watch the white lines. You can see the white lines disappear for about a second before he hits me. That means unless we were stationary, we weren't. We were travelling at 5 miles an hour because the camera said so. And I was outside the merging lane. He had full visibility of me because he was behind me and also where he collided the back of my bumper. So he had full visibility. There's no cars on the other side of the road and I'm not on the yellow line. I'm well to the left. I did not contribute to this.
The yellow line doesn't agree. The yellow line doesn't come.
Oh, he agrees. And that means that there was ample room for him to see.
Oh my goodness!
There was ample room for him to see and avoid that. I did not contribute to this accident because it was a merging lane. He knew my intentions were to merge. He didn't yield and drove his car into me. He tooted before he drove his car into me, then drove in.
Okay, Danny, I'm sorry. I'm not convinced. Because what I see on your YouTube...
What scumbags, bottom feeders, insurance company. Imagine being an assessor or whatever you call it, claims officer.
Video is at the very last minute, you change your line and you move to the right before the end of the lane.
Because I'm a red-blooded male. And if I've been in the friggin' merging lane for a minute or so, merging passively, and some idiot comes along who's 20 years of age with a BMW trying to cut me off, and I've already got to the end of the lane where I'm about to merge, I'm not going to yield all the way back with some idiot cuts me off. So yeah, I did steer a little bit, just a little bit, went like that. I'm going in here. I didn't care, and he hit me. I didn't even blink when he hit me. Didn't worry me. Anyway, let's carry on.
Marking.
The accident, I'm entitled to move into the middle of the lane at the end of the merging lane because that's what it's designed.
You've changed your line, Danny. You've changed your line.
Jeremy, I'm a YouTuber.
I can see that.
And we just got another message in the chat room here. It says, even if you are in the wrong, in their interest to look after the customer. You know, it was only $500. And even like the accident, honestly, they had to replace the back window and that's covered. But the car's got, I don't even think it's up to the bumper. I mean, we're going to get the car on a chassis straightener just in case. Of course, that's going to be a lot of money. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be, I don't know, $1,100-$1,200 worth of extreme damage. You know, and it's not even a dent. It's literally a polish and a paint job because it bounced out when he hit me. But they'll just obviously run through some checks. So yeah, theoretically, we're talking $500 here. Now, I've paid over $4,000 insurance over the last 3 years. What do you think I'm going to do? Once my car's finished, I'm going to find another insurance company just out of spite and not use these guys again.
And
I'm currently getting sued by a guy for $3.8 million. I've got legal teams all around me.
I did.
And you really want to go to small claims to go after this? Do you think, with your honest intent, going by your own mission statement on your website, your integrity is to negotiate all matters of business fairly and above with all honest intent?
That's what they
Do you honestly believe that you are working for your customer?
Danny, just blindly agreeing to you isn't part of our mission statement, right? I am going off the evidence you have presented, and what I see is you changing your line and going into the other lane before the lanes merge into one.
It did not consult in the accident. Yeah. It did not result. My merging after the lane did not result in the accident because we were outside the merging lane when he hit me. There's no way you can deny that.
What I don't have, and the evidence I don't have, and is not visible to me, I certainly agree that as you go past the separation of the lanes, and you're past that, you hear the bang.
Let's go back and watch it together in its entirety. I'm going back to 1:24 and I'm playing it in the stream, right?
I don't think there's any point in this. I'm not going to go...
Look, Jeremy,
go through the first minute and a half.
Mate, look, you need to go back to 1:23 and press play and just watch it. You will see that I well passed the merging lane before he hit me. Please do that.
1:23.
1:23 and just watch it until you hear the conclusion and watch the white line and just imagine that white line travelling under my car, under his car.
Perhaps the timing on what you're seeing and what I'm seeing is slightly different.
Fair enough.
Because if I stop it at 1:23...
Exactly the same.
Oh, no, sorry.
Go back to 1:18 if you want to, but just what I'm getting at, mate, is...
Let's do it 1:18. Right. 1:18.
Watch the white lines because you're discussing that this hasn't happened.
Okay. 1:18.
There we go. I'll go back too. You try to be nice and reasonable.
Okay.
Let's watch it together. Let's get some popcorn.
Fuck off the head.
Oh,
fuck it out.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
See where you hit me?
18. Okay, at 1:18, the image that I have, and you may be able to explain this because you're a YouTuber, but the image I see at 1:18 is a clear...
I think the reason they actually didn't back down is because I am a YouTuber and I'd already done 2 videos on this because I sent them the video via YouTube so they could figure out what I actually do. But I was just disgusted and I thought, I'm not going to let this go. I just thought, because I'm going to show you what happened after this happened. You'll be amazed.
Line between the lanes, and I see it looks like a Holden Barina, but it looks like it's a white car.
Yep.
You're in the left.
Yep.
The white car is in the right. At that point, I cannot see the other vehicle.
Yep. Well, you don't need to see it because he hit me from behind. And as far as I'm concerned,
so
the vehicle, as far as I'm concerned, the vehicle that is in front in the merging lane has right of way. And I did not turn into this guy.
And you're obviously allowing him to merge like the white car, right? At that
Both
point,
white cars.
At 1:18.
Because obviously I'm not even up the arse of the Holden Banana guy. I've given them enough room to get in.
No.
And I actually believe the young guy. I actually believe the young guy actually probably thought he'd scare me and come up right up behind me and moved into me without, because it was obviously he was on drugs, it was on something. And he probably thought I'll move in right in hard up behind him and give him a scare. And as he's done that, he's misjudged it and hit because where he's hit my car is on the very back of the wheel. And, you know, it's not like we've nudged each other. We've had a race. It's not like I've been racing him to work in the morning. I'm 53 years of age. Some 25-year-old guy comes along and all of a sudden decides to push me out of the way when I'm merging like I'm just minding my own business. And the other side of this accident...
One thing I think we're agreed on, Danny, is he is being overly aggressive. And if you want to put it this way, he's an egg.
Okay,
we'll be
pay out then. So why don't you look after your customer?
Okay, because the critical point...
The critical point is $500 that you're being told. Come on, mate, this is ridiculous.
No, it's not, Danny. Look, I'm going to go through and pause at 123, okay? At 123, I can see you're still clearly entirely within the left lane. There's still lane markers between the two lanes. I can just see the front of his vehicle below your binnacle.
And he was never in front of me. He should have merged.
Okay.
Should have merged like
Never once was that guy in front of me.
At that point.
Never.
We're happy at that point.
I will use no evidence saying he was ever in front of me and I should have yielded to him. You agree that this guy was an aggressive driver.
I don't disagree with that, Danny. I don't
So
disagree
when
with
you're
that.
merging,
At this point,
like a zip, you give way to the car that's in front of you. He saw that I was in front of him for a long period of time. This guy caused the accident.
Okay. At 126,
God, he's a persistent bugger, isn't he?
right?
I was actually disgusted by the way they treat their customers. I mean, they don't give a shit about their customers.
You change your line. And you
Yes.
can clearly see to the left of the Holden, LSH 249, a line separating the lanes.
Because I was the
You
vehicle
move to
in
the
front.
right, Danny.
Because I was the vehicle in front.
Hindsight's 2020. You've moved to the right.
He moved back. The guy in the BMW, as far as I could see in my mirrors, had moved back to let me merge like a zipper.
I don't understand why at that point you changed your line.
Because I was merging at the end of the merging lane. This isn't at the
But you're
start of the
not
merging lane.
At 126.
There's one line
not-
left. There's one line left,
One
and the
line
guy
left.
had moved back.
Why
You're
did
not
you
listening to me.
change? I'll ask you again. Why did you change your
Poor
line?
guy. Because
I
I
might have ruined
were
his
the
day.
one that was allowed to merge. Because
But
he had
you
moved
changed
back.
Your line.
He had
They're
moved
put in
back.
front of a referee, Danny.
I'm happy to
put
go
in
to
front of a
referee, but I
referee
just
at
think
the-
it's a waste of time. With all my friggin' legal battle things going on at the moment, having to do this is just... At that time, I was going through a court case and my legal fees were up to about $30,000. The guy's trying to sue me with $3.8 million in the New Zealand High Court for defamation. Don't know why. Anyway, he chickened out. And then I won this case. Brilliant. I won 2 cases this year. It's stupid. But if you want to spend your $500 spending
we
time in
will.
court, let's do it then.
We inevitably on this, let's just take a pause there. Just
What
take
about the
note.
part where the guy
If that's
smashes
all right?
out my back window? Are you making me pay the excess for that as well?
No.
Pardon?
Well, I don't know because what I don't know is when exactly that happened. Okay, but
Have you not seen him
with the
smash
window,
out my back
let's
window
put that
screen?
to the side. The damage to your rear right is where we are applying the excess. Okay,
What about the broken window where he smashed out my window with a crowbar?
I'm not.
That's
yeah.
an accident, isn't it?
That's not part of. That's not the excess. Isn't being deducted from that
Why not?
because glass is excess free.
How do you sleep at night, mate?
Oh my God, I'm terrible.
I mean,
I'm not gonna.
I'm
not gonna
sorry,
get
mate,
into
but this is
personal
totally
stuff, Danny.
unethical. I mean, looking at
No,
your values, your mission, your loyalty, your integrity, this is all on their website. The quality, the reliability, the communication, all these things that are on your website.
I'd like to take a. You just want to get personal, and I'm not going to go in there.
I'm not
Danny,
getting personal, mate.
because
Asking
we
you
are
a
not
solid
obliged-
question. You're getting personal, but not
we
paying
are
me.
applying
my 500 excess.
I'm trying to apply the contract, and I'm trying to explain to you, you have changed your line.
Well, the advertising commission might not like the words on your website because you're not working for your loyal customer at the moment, are you?
Sorry, Danny. I'm going to take a pause back, okay? Can we just step back from that particular issue for a second?
The floor is all yours, mate. You talk yourself. You carry on talking, I'll just listen. You tell me what you want to tell me, mate, and I'm listening.
Inevitably, this claim will probably end up in disputes tribunal.
Definitely.
Okay? Because we will be trying to recover from the other party.
Which you've got from the police.
The cost. Okay?
You've got the other party. The police are pressing charges. All right? So I've given you the guy.
That's not... We haven't had that confirmed from the police. We have requested the police report, and if the police report does hold the other person at fault for the accident, we will waive the excess.
So, interesting enough, the guy's appeared twice in court, pleaded not guilty to my surprise, and now he has pleaded guilty to the driving incident. Okay, so that means that the courts would have notified the insurance company, and the insurance company should have rung me up and said, well, he's pleaded guilty now, he's admitted he's liable for the accident and the driving, and now we'll pay out. But I haven't heard from the insurance company, even to this day. So now the ombudsman who said that I won the case, that cost the insurance company another $1,800. And also I don't have to pay my $500 anymore. And that's what they've been ordered to do. So listening to that word, that would be a good thing to play back to Jeremy. Hope he's sleeping at night tonight. He's probably in bed tucked up thinking he loves his job. Okay, so let's listen to the end of this, and then I'm going to show you what happened after the guy chased me around the streets of Christchurch.
Because that is evidence enough for us.
The police have already come back and said it's inconclusive, but you have failed to make that not part of the case.
So they're not confirming one way or the other.
That's right.
Why is that, Danny?
Because they haven't arrested the other guy and heard his side of the story yet, probably.
Have they seen the YouTube video? I'm sure you've seen.
Yeah, I've given it to them. It's all over the internet.
So why
and
is
so
it
with this one.
inconclusive? Okay. So, it could end up in disputes tribunal.
No shit, Sherlock.
My experience with disputes tribunal will focus on that change of direction.
Excellent.
That you took.
Cool. My experience in court, mate, will say that I were out of the merging lane when the accident happened.
Now, what I'm doing here is I'm applying the policy contract.
No. Well, maybe they should put their terms in their loyalty mission statement in their policy contract as well. Policy contract says that
until we are convinced that you didn't contribute to the accident,
I didn't.
The excess will apply.
The accident happened after the merging lane.
I disagree.
I did not contribute to the guy driving his car into... Yeah, the really cool thing about this, I might do another video of this when I ring up Jeremy and say, hey, it's Danny DeHeck, how you doing? Just want to do a follow-up on the, we'll see you in small claims court stuff. Mine. You can watch that.
You changed lane, Danny. You changed your line.
When I changed lane... Now, you're putting words in my mouth. I was the one driving the vehicle. When I changed lanes, he had already fallen behind, showing his intent to let me in.
What happened behind...
See, I watched Judge Judy. I don't know if you guys do, but I've watched every single episode of Judge Judy that's been on the last 18 months. Before I go to bed, I don't care what time I go to bed, I always watch the last Judge Judy. So I know my shit.
I cannot be sure.
I was the one driving the vehicle. Sure. Your customer is telling you that the guy moved back. There's no denying the fact that he's not still on the side of me. There's no denying the fact that we did not collide side mirrors. He hit my back bumper of my vehicle, which shows you that he moved back.
I'm sorry.
I think I'm getting angry. It is unusual doing a video about yourself.
But I disagree.
Well, can't you see the dent in my car?
I would like it to be right, but on the evidence...
You do not look after your customers, protect your insurance. You treat your customers like they're pieces of shit.
No, I disagree.
Well, I'm the customer, mate. I can tell you that you treat me like I'm a piece of shit. It gets a bit.
Well,
See you in small
I'm
claims
gonna end the
court.
conversation,
See you in
Danny,
small
because this
claims.
is
Get off
going
my
nowhere.
phone. You're horrible. You're horrible people. Anyway, that was my conversation with Protecta Insurance. Would you insure your car with them? Oh, well, there you go. Right, so now I want to show you the exciting stuff, the car chase through the streets of Christchurch. I honestly thought the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger had bitten off too much, and I thought that Stephen McCullough, which was the guy that was suing me, had sent a thug to deal with me. And I thought, oh dear. But not, to be honest, I was shaken. What I didn't like about this whole episode was the fact that I had Pixel in the car. So I had one hand on Pixel as I'm racing around the streets of Christchurch, and then he shakes every time he doesn't now, thank goodness, but he was, he was only about 12 months old at the time. So let's have a look. I'm going to turn the sound down because I actually am dictating something that has language in it that isn't good, but this is me dictating something, so I'm just going to turn that down. So this is the video in its entirety, and I just want to show you my demeanour of what I was actually doing, and also you might hear the panic in my voice when this is actually happening, just so we don't miss anything. I don't think I've just got the iPad in the way. Oh my God, a truck went past, gave me a scare. So what you can see here is this is coming up to an intersection, and this guy's nowhere to be seen. He's not beside me. We're not jostling side to side. Nothing's happening. I even stop here just in case the light went orange or red, just so I wouldn't get stuck in the middle of the intersection. Now, that was pretty good, I thought. And now I get to go. I could cut in front of the van. You know, that's what you could do if I wanted to. I'd go right up, but I didn't. I just indicated, basically showed my intent all the way through, you see. But yeah, it was quite horrified, to be honest. And yes, I did get to the end because I'm way over to the left. I'm minding my own business. I'm not doing anything wrong. And I did move over. When the guy came up beside me, I did move over and said, this is where I'm going. Back. I'm not letting you through. And I think most males would either sit there. So there's the guy up beside me now. Oh, you can't quite see that because my iPad's in the way. No, and I'll just turn that off for a second. So he's collided with me now, and now that's the shadow coming up underneath, and now he's trying to cut me off because he probably thinks he's on drugs. He literally was on drugs. Now watch this. This is pretty horrific. I just took a photo of him with the camera, and he's telling me to get out, and I thought, no way, and I didn't have my door locked. So imagine puppy in car.
You hit me. You hit me, mate. I want your name. Yeah, okay, well, pull up there, mate. No.
See, he opened my car door, and then he kicked my car and slammed the door as I drove off. And then I thought, oh my God, here we go. Now, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of car chases. I shit you not. I'm now 53 years of age. I don't do that thing anymore, but I'm not too bad in that weak car. My car's a turbo Suzuki Sport, okay? And we're off and racing because this guy's after me. And I'm not letting this guy, because I've heard of people getting what do they call it? Punched in the head and killed. And I thought, I don't care what happens here. I'm not going to stop and let this guy have a go at me because he was high on drugs. He was wound up. I'm stuck here now. And there was a gap, so I went for it. And off I go again. He was up behind me at that stage. I wish I had a reverse. And I didn't get close to the guy on the scooter. But this guy is now about 3 or 4 cars behind me, and I'm now ringing the police.
Pixel.
And Pixel's all upset. Dad's speeding. Now watch this. The guy's got a BMW. I'm driving now on the left up here a little bit is the police station. I should have driven in there.
The police. I'm being chased by somebody who's crashed into my car deliberately.
So the reason why I didn't want to stop is because I had the puppy in the car. And the second reason is I didn't want to be punched. And the guy had already got out of his car and opened my car door. and then decided to have a go at me. And I didn't look at him, I didn't eyeball him, I didn't look at him. I just said, yeah, I'll pull up over there, and then I drove off because I weren't going to get out and have this guy who was already aggressive have a go at me. So this is my intent. I weren't going to stop. I knew whatever happened, the police can come, they can stop me, and we can question it later, but I'm not going to stop and have a physical debate with this guy.
Use the police now. Please stay on the line with me.
So the guy's going to come up on the left. So there he is. And there's enough room for me to get round behind him. And then he realises I'm going to drive.
I'm outside the Papanui police station. I've got a guy that's driven his car into mine down Papanui Road, and he's in a BMW, and he's now he's rammed me on the road. He tried to merge into the traffic and cut me off. I think it's a stolen car. And he's right outside right outside. He's just coming up to the intersection. He's getting out of the road all the time, and he's now trying to film me. But he's driven his car into him, and I've got a video camera in my car. But he must be on drugs or something. But he's just driven into my car quite decently. Yes, they drove his car. He drove his car into me. I got past him, and then he just drove his car straight into me, and now he's chasing me down the road. I'm just going...
See, that's the police station on the left. I should have turned left down there and gone in behind. That's where I finished up.
Right outside the police station right now, and he's following me. I've got a puppy in my car.
And I must admit, unfortunately, I have to say it, but the dispatch people were hopeless, and I'll show you why in a few minutes.
And he's tried getting out of the car, and I just can't stop because I thought he was going to punch me. And he keeps getting out of his car, and I'm not going to stop because it's he's telling me to pull over. He's so aggressive. He must be on meth or something. Sorry? No, we're driving down Papanui Road. The guy's behind me trying to run me off the road in his car.
That's where I work. The guy with no helmet on.
And every time I stop at the lights, he gets out.
And this is the intersection. This intersection here on the way back is where he smashes out my window.
Shaking, and it's just not a good situation. Yeah, we're heading towards town, coming up, going past the BP. The BP.
It's funny how your brain works like this. I couldn't actually. I was upset. I couldn't. I was driving properly, but I couldn't relay the information to them. I was hoping that with the technology in the world, they would pinpoint exactly where I were and dispatch some police cars, and that never happened. Well, they did dispatch the police cars, but it was too late by then.
The station.
And look how fast I'm going. I'm doing 19 miles an hour because I wanted to keep the car moving, and I wanted to have the police the opportunity. I know they go up and down Papanui Road all the time because I work on this road. I didn't want to go too fast.
I don't even know I'm dyslexic. I don't know that one. Sorry.
And this is the thing. I'm dyslexic. I've lived in this neighbourhood all my life, and I couldn't read the road signs. And this is what it's like being dyslexic. People don't believe me when I say that I can't read. But I couldn't read the road signs, not all of them, and I had to go to the next one, the one that I could read.
He's on the road. He's pretending he's on the phone to the police now, but anyway. I'm going down Papanui Road at 40 kilometres an hour because I can't run because I had to speed to get away from him.
So I can't read that name, I don't think.
So I'm coming up to Hawthorne Road, coming up to Paparoa Street.
He's right up my ass at this point. So I have another go at my car. I'll give you the full tour, don't you worry.
Going past, I can't read the names, Tomes Road. Oh, okay. MNJ, it's upside down and backwards, so it's a 9-8. That's correct.
I was going to turn down there because I know that street.
There's a BMW with a dent in it where he's driven into me.
Oh my God, this is where he gets out again.
White. He's obviously on something, this guy. And he keeps getting out of the vehicle. He's coming up to my vehicle now. I'm going through a red light, and he's an idiot. He's just an absolute idiot.
Hey, doggy.
Hopefully we've got witnesses following him.
So if you just tuned in the live chat, hello, how you doing?
I need somebody because I'm going to get trapped and he's going to beat me.
I've got a guy chasing me. This is a car chase
He's
through the
about
streets of
23
Christchurch.
years of old. He's got a beanie on.
Chasing the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger.
My dog is shaking.
And I'm going as slow as I can. I'm doing 15 miles an hour, so that's at 30 k's, is it?
Well, he's got a black beanie on. He's a Maori guy.
That narrowed it down.
I've got to turn off. I've got to go down Heaton Street because I'm literally going to get rammed by him. And he's going around a red light with me.
Just about didn't get
Okay,
down to do red
going
lights,
down
isn't
Heaton
it?
Street. He's right up my ass.
Oh, watch out, cyclist.
So I'm going past Heaton Intermediate.
I should have streamed this on
Only
YouTube
doing
when it was happening. It would have been
45 Ks.
exciting, wouldn't it?
I can't afford to stop at the lights.
I literally watched police cars go up and down Papua Road all day long, and I just drove past the police station, and I'm driving really slow, thinking one of these guys will be able to catch up to me and nab this guy before he causes me some... I was just worried that he's going to have another go at punching me or something like that.
I'm going past, this is where I lived in the neighbourhood once. I'm going past Eastwood Park, Elmwood Park, and I'm hopefully going to turn up. I don't want to go to town, so I'm going to go
Right, Straven.
probably up straight. I don't even know the name of the road. Is it Blythe Road?
Straven, I think.
Sorry, what road?
I don't know yet.
So they're asking me the names of the street, and honestly, I can't pronounce half the things I want to say. I think it was Straven, right? But I just, your brain just goes blank when you're in these panicky situations.
So he's right up my ass. He's already smashed his car into mine, and we're going to go up Straven Road, turning right.
Are you able to drive to the police station?
What, in town? With a guy who gets out, he's getting out again. I have to go through a red light, otherwise I'm going to get beaten up. So I'm tooting as I go through, and he's now I'm going to go for it because he's got out of his car.
Fast wee car I've got, eh?
Okay, I'm going to go down West Home Street.
So this is my doctor's straight ahead. I know this
He's
area
probably
really
going to come
well.
after me.
So he got stuck in the
Yeah, he's
intersection.
coming around the corner of Heaton Street. I'm now
And I
going
thought
to
I'm
go
gonna
down
lose
Straven
him.
Road.
And this car
Car's
here
just gonna pull out in front
had
of
my
me
blinker
now.
on.
Oh, really?
Oh, and then I was like,
he's trying to catch me up.
bugger. I'm going to go around this, upset some people.
No, I'm heading down. I'm now going down Norman's Road. Yep. Sorry, guys. Okay, so he wants to have a race.
He's chasing me quite heavily now. It's a GPS on the... I'm doing...
Okay, I'm going to get trapped
Doing
down
about
here.
80 k's here.
Think, Danny. Think. Avenue.
4 pixel. I'm holding my
I'm going
dog
down
with one
Avenue.
hand.
This bloke got a full tank of gas.
Now she's going to tell me how to drive the
I'm going to
police
get
lady.
trapped. Oh my god. That's a good move. All right, get back onto Papua Road.
And
Dog's
hindsight would have
dying.
been
Scared
right
him.
here because there was actually
just, I
things
can't
you think
believe
you
this
should have
guy,
done.
But anyway,
So there's some men on the street there. They're actually removal men.
And
What I
Papua?
should have done is pulled up here and let these guys help me, but I didn't. I drove past.
Yep. All right. How do I get there without him getting out, causing a scene? Are you going to be out there waiting for him?
Yeah, police are currently asking me to get to drive to the police.
All right. I'll go that way now. Here you go, Vince. In your bed, mate. I'll just go as calmly as I can.
Please stop, I'm thinking. And they didn't want to stop, but I squeezed through. Oh my goodness. Haven't watched this video much. I'm glad I had it. Having a camera in the car is brilliant. But really, I mean, you think the insurance company would have seen I was a person of misfortune here, and they had some empathy and just paid the $500.
on the other side of the road.
Waive the $500 instead of make me drag them through the
erratic.
ombudsman. So if you just tuned in, the reason I'm doing this is because
Alright, so I'm gonna go down Pepinui Road.
I had a battle with the insurance
Push
company,
me out in front of the traffic.
and I won. And they refused to pay my excess because they said I contributed to the accident. Now check out what happens very soon.
Try and avoid running red lights just for the safety of the
Now she's telling me to avoid.
What about my safety?
She said, yeah. She's telling me not to go through red lights. Right,
Okay,
so this
so
is
I'm
where
going to
we
go the back way into where the police station is, you know, where they drive the cars in.
past the BP
Can we
garage.
do that?
Been here, done that.
So I'm off the main road, so I'm going to go down Frank Street, and then I'm going to drive into the police station.
So right about now is the most horrific part, and just bear in mind that I was upset, and I'm trying to get away from this guy, and he's just up my ass. And then the next part of this is quite alarming, what he actually did. We don't think he used a crowbar, but I think we found a perfume bottle in the car, and I feel he could have held that in his hand and smashed out the back window. But it would have been quite a effort to do so, especially as you know, car windows aren't entirely that easy to.
Car park.
Here
where
we
they
go. Watch this, guys.
Drive the police cars in, if you know what I mean. So he's trying to come up beside me now. Oh, and he's just smashed my back window. He's coming towards you. He's over going to go up. He just smashed out my back window with something. I don't know what. My dog is absolutely freaking out.
Poor Pixel.
That is road rage.
And I turned down the wrong bloody street, which pissed me off.
I've never seen it like it. Okay, so you need to send a car up
I couldn't remember
beginning
the
of
name.
Papinui Road.
Heward Road,
What do you
I know
call it?
it now.
Either he's going to go down Papinui Road,
I turned left
back
here.
out to where he came, or he's going to go straight up. But he's just driven past my car and smashed out my back window.
Okay, what direction is he heading?
Well, he's heading north.
And I went the wrong way.
He's heading straight up Papinui Road, going left. I think I can't see him because I'm going to the police station. So,
Is he going to Honeywood Road?
Papinui Road.
She's asking me for directions of where the guy's going, and I've lost sight of him. I said I just couldn't
Go
believe
straight
it.
towards Hereward, and then it also turns off. And I can probably see him turning off.
And then I went up the wrong
I'm
damn
now,
street.
Oh, am I at the police station? Oh my god, I'm not at the police station. I'm at the wrong street. So I can't see him going down Papinui Road. Oh my god, I can't believe people.
Anyway, that's the ordeal.
Because somebody doesn't merge like a zipper.
It looks like a zip. Do you be courteous driver? I like to think I'm a pretty laid back driver, but at least I held my own in this one. But you know,
Must be
here
a
I am in a
stolen
battle,
car.
worrying that this guy's going to do something to my puppy,
Sorry,
or he's going to have a punch. He already opened my car door,
What do you do?
and I drove off.
Okay, so he's either going to go right past the
Smashed
police
out my
station,
back
or he's
windows.
gone straight up
Screen. This is quite
the
funny.
other
The
road.
next part.
So I'm outside the police station where the
I
gates
drive
are at
into the
moment,
police station, and then they tell me to get in my car and leave.
I'm going to go drive into the police station.
Yeah, watch this.
Yep, alright. Can I speak over a name?
So that lady is in the
Danny's
police
my
car
name.
there, and I park here,
Danny.
Yep.
and then a lady comes up to me, tells me I can't be there, and I have to get in my car and move it out. I've got a smashed out back window, puppy in the car, and all she's worried about is I'm going to go into the police cars and get the rifles out and shoot somebody. That's what literally she said. I just couldn't believe it. Hey, that's my ordeal. I'm sorry that's not like a crypto Ponzi scheme Avenger, but the point of that exercise was the fact that your insurance companies are horrible people, and they're running a scam, I reckon. So the long story, if you haven't been following the whole video, is quite simple, really. I'll put the link to the actual video, both the videos I've done about this insurance company. Had a terrible experience with an insurance company originally, switched to a premium service, pay $20 more a month than I would with the other company that I was with. And then they decided that I contributed to the accident. And as you've seen, I got chased around the streets of Christchurch for about 10 minutes. And they said I contributed because at the end of the overtaken bay, I turned my car in, and the guy went back, tooted his horn, and then drove his car into mine. And somehow I contributed to the accident, and they wouldn't pay my $500 excess. So then we wrote about 3 or 4 emails back. And I say we because Rob, he helped me out. He wrote the emails. And then, long story short, is basically the only option I had left was to make a complaint to the ombudsman. So I rung up the insurance people, and they said, look, what you want to do, Danny, is you want to lay a complaint, because when people lay a complaint, it costs the insurance company $1,800 for them to do the complaint process, and the insurance company has to pay that bill. So if you do that, then the insurance company might think, well, what's some common sense here? Should we risk $1,800, or should we just waiver the $500 excess because it wasn't Danny's fault? They chose to pay the $1,800. And I thought, oh my God, this is probably because I'm a YouTuber and I did do a video about it, but only after I provided them the evidence. I gave them the video. Now, in hindsight, it's a wonderful thing, but if this happened again, I would say I've got a video, but I'm going to keep that to myself as my evidence, and I'm not going to provide that to the insurance company unless we have problems. Or I don't even know if you're allowed to do that, because that might be holding evidence. But I would next time go down the track of going straight to court and telling them I'm not in fault, you do all your dirty paperwork, rather than providing them the video evidence, because they went through everything with a fine-tooth comb until they found that one thing where I did turn into that guy, rather than, driving on the left down the road all the way down the road. You know what I'm saying? They just found that one thing and then tried to use that against me. But anyway, the ombudsman had a look at the video and he didn't feel the same way as the insurance company. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Any comments, please do put them below. And thank you for the 5 people. I hope I haven't bored you too much. My next video, I'm going to wait until Rob and I get together. He said he's free tomorrow night. I've got a busy day tomorrow. I'm starting my day off doing something new. I'm going to be doing some business networking. I used to own a business networking company where I get small to medium-sized businesses together and help them work together. And then somebody invited me to a business networking group last Tuesday that I don't manage, I don't run. And I've gone along and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm going to go back for the second week tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. And then that's Tuesday. And then I will probably catch up with all the work I should have done today. And that's my day. And then tomorrow evening, hopefully Rob will have some time and we'll be able to finish off the other video that's in the queue. I'm looking forward to interviewing the young lady who used to be an ex-Jehovah's Witness. So I've got 2 personal stories coming out this week. Oh, not this week. She's on the 30th. So she's another 7 days away. I'm looking forward to doing that one. She's been through pretty much the same drama I have been, as being brought up in a religious cult. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to go, thanks for watching. As they say, I'm Danny DeHeck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I'm here to name and shame anyone running a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Are your insurance companies running a scam? Will they be loyal to you when you, in your time of need? You can figure that out for yourself when you have a car accident like I just did. Hey, thanks for watching. It's been a blast.